Hello Tech Genius, I am Ravi. Have you ever imagined a place where learning is as dynamic as the technology shaping your world? Then here's a deal. With iMatix, you can make sure the learning is exciting, impactful right from the beginning. You have interactive sessions with expert-led courses. In the world of tech, from data science to cloud computing, it's not just about a session, it's about doing, building, learning by solving real problems. So let's get started. You do any kind of offerings in your current learning system. Let's take a kind of a business case and we'll try to schedule a kind of offerings for multiple locations. We'll see there is a task called the schedule. Offering task is there. Schedule last thing. If you go to your learning admin application from your apps, learning admin application schedule offering. This will be only for learning administrators. And then look for any kind of blended course that we created. Then we created something called first is something we can do later. Pick up the idea of the course and these are all. This is when you're seeing that you are able to offer. It should be something blended course. I'm selecting this one. Now we mono questions. Are there any questions moving forward? Still lost the data from the data samples. Can you recall how fast you couple with Theft? Metropolitan Cloud was made recently. Which are ready to edit the course. We are adding the existing course here. We are trying to pick the blended course. Select offering. And then we're going to edit the course. We can search here for the task called Scheduled Course Offering. The search page is a nice little course offering. The new course offering. We will take the instructor here. Do you remember any of the blended courses that we created? Or you created some blended courses? I don't remember the one blended course I created, but I'm not sure I completed or not. Code of conduct. I think I created something. You created two courses. Transport and legal and ethics. Transport, wasn't it? We've been able to take blended course. We should be able to add the instructor. The training room. The training room. The location, since it's a country, is different and location is different. Location, this is where you'll be attending this in-person training. It means training rooms. We'll add one more classroom. I can take in person this thing. Take the same instructor. This is the same location. Before we go with this, we need to create all the locations and rooms. Before we come to here to state brand new location and brand room number we need to be creating. And then we'll call that here. How to create a location and from there call room. I'll show you that when you're working. You should be able to handle it, but for now let me complete the offering. After that, I'll show you how to create a location also. Start the training for this one, and it can be that is previous date. Oh, we can also give back date also. That shouldn't be a kind of issue. I'm going from first year for this week and last year this week. We are creating a course offering, but if not, we can go with current day also. There shouldn't be a problem. Oh, I'm asking you, if we select the back date, we can create even a course offering or schedule a course offering from back date. That shouldn't be a problem. I left track returns and track rate as it is. Default to keep that as checked. And then go for a grading scheme. We'll be selecting pass as quick, which we wanted to have. Then submit. We have something in it that's gone for an approval. The approval is involved based on the business process configuration. Your question? Thanks, Jeffat. Approved. Now this has got approved. Now we have created one course offering. New course offer. Whenever we create something, we need to get that noted. It will not be skipping that course offering. what is the offering that we just created? Let me go back and see if I can find something. I can watch and see what she has approved. From there, I can find the option Employee Transport and Offerings. Is Tom first? I think this one, I think first year protocol, this one only. Basically, if you wanted to search, you need to go with the edit course offering and you will be seeing the course name. You will be seeing with the date. Date when you have created the offering you should be seeing. That probably you need to remember. If you wanted to update anything, if you wanted to give any offering number, it can give. Ensure that all the instructions that you have given are already there. We have got the offering created. Let's schedule this one. And now there is one more thing called creating virtual course offerings. Creating virtual course offerings. This is to paste. You can schedule an offering again. Schedule offering. Can we have multiple courses in 4 software or just one? Multiple courses, no. Only. Anyways, you know you are attaching a blended course only. Blended can have multiple rates. You can attach all the courses that you want to have to blended. And blended can be attached to the course offering. That makes your job easy, no? Controller per I going to schedule this one. We have started it. It's somewhere around the state we have given. We have given the start date and end date. Anywhere else we have? Here we have. Once you submit, you'll be getting an authentic schedule on this one. All the things that you are seeing now, when employees getting submitted, it is going for some of the person that's approval and some of the person is taking an action, and it is getting approved or managing these things in a work, routine and tactical. You can see all these are now scheduled. You can see you event manage code software employee transport on 3.25. The schedule is in progress. Once you click on any coming to edit mode, but since you already did all the readings, you don't need to come to edit mode. You can complete this process. If you wanted to review, you can. If you don't want to, you can cancel. That's based on the course offerings. And there will be few other kind of tasks which you typically perform in learning. Now there is a task called manage. Manage learning content. What is this? Managing learning content is nothing but where you will be responsible for initial of the course offering that you get. And then you give a kind of readings or any kind of comments to the courses that you added to the offerings. You will be given a kind of rating or the course that you create. Once you are done with the course, there will be a feedback call. Feedback comment for an employee. How do you rate the course? Have you experienced any kind of roadblocks kind of things? You check. From this content, you can also do some kind of expiry dates. Also, you can set. Let's say if I want to select this course. Let's say this course is taken. I've taken this course. Then see edit button. As an admin, we are enabling that rating or we are As an admin, you're editing this and making changes or adding some kind of comments and give you the preview option, giving option for employees to rate that action. As an admin, you're editing this course instead of searching from the search bar, you're editing this course. And if you wanted to make changes to the description or anything, you can do that. Updating. What's in updating anything? The description field that you wanted to have meaning that you can completely edit this one. Whatever that you have created, you can complete this one. I've made some changes and clicked on this. It looks like every user that we have everything has everything. And that's the reason it's going for an approval. If you wanted to get this approved, you need to proxy as this guy and take care of approving this. You can also make any kind of expiry changes through this task. This employee would be getting the task in the inbox. This employee approves. The rates will be completed. It is successfully completed. Go back. That's only typically managed. It is having learning administrator not only just for going to search bar but also within the course. Also, you have an option to edit the course. Now what we'll do is how do you know about in learning system? You can also send a kind of service. Not specific to it, but in general. You said, I think long back that you will know about learning and reporting, and that's maybe you'll be making some kind of surveys to employees. Let's create one survey and see how it works. Please. Then the survey details in the adding order of the users that you want to send to the subject. You can also add question types if you wanted to ask any kind of question. There are multiple types of question. You have multiple select checkbox where you can give multiple responses. You should be adding your. In the other learning system, you'll be creating questions. With the system that you're working. Yes, we do. We run surveys for classroom sessions. we evaluate the effectiveness. We launch any product, we want to run a survey and see what is how people are using the product or knowing about the product. For we're using for training purposes. One new high cost content. But if I yes, goes. Now you see here when you're sending survey, we have often here send to specific organization or send to specific individuals. Send via link if the option that I've chosen, and this is a survey link. This URL, I should be getting the questions that I've gone through. Something got copied here. Now you get to the takes of it is whatever question that you have given. You should be seeing like this. She got what they've given there. The question that I mean, what is the goal for creating services? And the answer that we submitted before you hire and on. This created is, of course, was the kind of question that's very typically and in the past. Now we are aware of creating questionnaires and service. We'll add questions in the survey and we'll be generating the survey as a link and we verify. But then of course this is a small thing. But in general scenario you have too many questions and is to answer on. You'll be getting a lot of questions, but the process is safe. Whatever you see, the process is same. You can assign creating a course under blended code state and then add that course with the course date and test with the. We can add this survey also. You can add. When you're creating courses also, you remember we can send in the digital course. We have an option to add external content to your. We have the survey link can be attached to there that we can create a course with survey. That employee, once the course is completed, they can get the feedback with the same link. Where can we access the answers given by the user of it? After the link, the difference. We have the survey link. That's once they've been submitted. Now if I go to that, you can see the learning survey responses. In my engagement survey is what I think we're given. We still should be there. I believe that was selected. You can see Jacqueline responded because we just submitted that. Take this and Jacqueline has responded. What question she answered, what everything will be, we should be able to see here. That's one question is, and the question answer submitted, review and completed. You can see submitted review for new cloud connector. We click on this, we should be getting submitted review for new cloud connector. This is not what we submitted. Submitted review for new cloud connector. What we submitted. Submitted, just check the checkbox. Learning survey. Learning survey responses. We should be getting. We will be getting the contact information and the other one. Here only answer, you see now. The question submitted review, but new cloud connector. The goal question required. It was only one question that we answered. But it is a checkbox. We have not given any score. Outcome scorers come. Oh, you added. Oh, I added school, but I added number called 20. Oh, is it? Then I think we were able to see that. I was thinking that I just added a checkbox and submitted. No, you added this course as well. That's where you can. There is learning survey responses task where you can find what employee has got responded. Survey is one of the critical areas where you will be triggering surveys. Some download this report, for example. Now we have one respond. But if we have multiple responses from different people, we can create a report for you if you wanted to have in a report for you for future references. You can create it. You have an option to download in a PDF format here if you see. You can download this, but generally we not recommend to download anything from the system. We can always create a report for you which you can take it as a reference and manage your responses. Now the survey, you're clear. Once you generate a survey link, you can take that survey link in any way. You can directly access that link, or you can post that link when you're creating courses. Surveys will be one of the area where it is important for you to clear. The next part of what we can see is we'll try to learn how to create instructors. We'll have blended courses. For each we need to have instructors. Currently, we only have one instructor in the system, but we can create instructors who wanted to have. It is a task to create instructors. To create internal learning instructors, we can select, let's say if I wanted to have John as a kind of instructor, I can select someone here as a kind of instructor. We can select the internal employees only as an instructor. You cannot have external employees in the system. In the internal employee presence, you are the organization employees. You cannot select anyone who is not there. You can only select the one who is there in Workday. Once you submit based on the business process, it goes to approval. My image learning circle is one of the flow that goes to approval. I think it's to log on and proxy log on. Start from screen. You can see, since it has gone for Logan's approval, you should be seeing a task in her inbox asking to approve the created this one. Instructor and Logan is approving that. They can be as a kind of instructor. John can be instructor. What is reassigned? If the person is not available, you can reassign the task. No. Reassigned comes when the flow is not understanding who to assign. Since this is a training tenant, people who are playing with this business process, they would have same invalid security. Because of the invalid security, when you initiate the transaction is not understanding to whom it has to assign. Since it is not understanding to whom it has to go, it is asking you to reassign to someone who can take an action. We will be assigning to the people who can take actions. Let's see if we have anything. Yes, Yes, Sir John, whomever we have created an instructor. I'll access the task called View Instructor. We should be seeing the person we have created. Earlier, we were only seeing one person. Now we should be seeing John also. You should be seeing John. Like this you can if you wanted to have, if this employee John is no longer with the organization, you can the instructor edit and do the inactivate. This will remove John as an instructor wants to submit this. I think you should have an access to in learning. The module for learning should have access to create everything. Manager, anything with the scheduled courses or any kind of external blended courses, you should have something in a managed with that configuration, like creating instructors and approach instructors. It would be in this for a few minutes for the security area. You will be seeing little back and forth. But ideally you should be seeing the task exactly as how it will be near actual tenant. Once you are able to create an instructor, and you should have an access to manage some calendar events. Some calendar events you can create and assign an employee to that particular course. You can do that. And the other thing, you're probably into one more use case now. As a user or as a kind of business user, you will sign up for applying for the course to help to improve the communications. We can download that events and remind the mind user to complete the course. There's a task called enrolling a course. There's a task enroll in a course. Let's go into learning. A few things are not able to navigate to learning. Can you repeat what is enrolling course? I'm taking your notes. Enroll in the course is another word, making the employee enroll in the course. As a learning admin, you will be having access to enroll individual employee into the course, not as a kind of group of employees. A single employee should have an access to perform anything. As a learning admin, you will be having an option to pick any employer and assign to a course. That's what we have done. Enroll in the course. What we're doing is going into the learning application. Learning and then all the discovered content, you can go, we created one course offering down. you can see enroll my team. You can see as a required learning, they should be the same must and should learning. The team members that Jacqueline has, J. Prakash, and this is one of the employee dummy, are the team members. There is no option to select the user. There is an extra day before the shadow results. We have seen something. Some checkboxes are not coming. Let's see. I think that's going different way. I think the checkbox is something that we have some limited. What is that checkbox? Which we can fix. And with that, I think we can enroll. But the task, enroll in the course, or if you go to manage a dashboard, you can see enrolled my team into the course option. You'll be seeing that they can enroll all the team members of the manager into the course. Any of the course. Today, what we have covered? We have covered creating surveys, course offerings, course offering learning content, generating a survey URL and responding as a user. Responding as a user and validate whether employee has responded or not. That we have a survey, we have seen, and we've created a course offerings. And what else we have done? Creating the instructor. We have created an instructor and validated the instructor's existence in the tenant. These are all learning content. Managing learning content is one thing that we have done. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.